welcome to the Henna Sook channel. I have a brand new DIY that I'm doing for the very first time. I've been playing around with fenugreek a lot lately and it has been so much fun, so different from other Ayurvedic herbs. You guys are gonna love this. This particular DIY recipe is really great if you're looking for more slip, because fenugreek has so much slip. It's really amazing, and it focuses on promoting hair growth because we're going to be using some really great ingredients, which I'll talk to you in a little bit. So let's jump into it. Alright, so let's get started with this new DIY recipe that your hair is going to absolutely love. Love, 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 love. It's going to be so creamy and smooth, packed with moisture, hair growth, slippery. Your hair is just going to be like popping. First things first, what do we got here? What's the spread about? Well, I have some warm to hot distilled water. Ideally, I love to use this always for all of my recipes when I'm making it. And then I also do have some oil here, organic Amla oil, which is great for promoting hair growth. That's an amazing oil. It's a must-have. Everyone who loves Ayurvedic hair care needs to have Amla oil on hand for sure. So another must-have ingredient is our aloe vera powder, packed full of moisture. It is ideal for henna hair coloring and Ayurvedic healthy hair care recipes, a spritz, anything you want to make and create. That is a great herb to have for moisture. Then we have our fenugreek powder. Look at it, so finely sifted, so smooth. When we mix it up, oh, this will wash right out of your hair so easily. Then we have the organic Amla powder. Amla is amazing for hair growth. Oh, absolutely, the must-have for hair growth. And these herbs together combined are going to give a lot of definition to the hair strands. If your hair is curly, ooh, even more. Those curls will be popping. Your hair is straight, oh, those waves are gonna be coming. You're gonna just see body and volume in your hair. So those are the herbs that we're gonna be working with. I did put a little bit of essential oils here on the side. It's optional if you want to add a little bit of essential oils to make it smell really nice. Sweet orange essential oil is one of my favorites. It's from Morocco too. I really love it. I love essential oils from Morocco. I'm really, the quality is so much better than other essential oils that I've ever seen, and we carry a lot of Moroccan essential oils, and as is the rosemary as well. The rosemary, which promotes hair growth, great one to have. These are two basic essential oils that I would recommend that you do have, and we do have them online. So before we get started, I do want to show you that I did mix some fenugreek up alone, just by itself, just because I want to play with it and I wanted to show you what it looked like. It reminds me of like cream of wheat. This is like the stage of cream of wheat when you know you didn't mix it enough to make it really super smooth, but it absorbs a lot of water, so it can get kind of chunky, and a little goes a long way. It is like still absorbing water. I added even more water and it's still absorbing water. It is amazing. And if you ever have used fenugreek, you know the slip is real. Just the curls and the moisture and the growth. Fenugreek is a must-have. This recipe that I'm going to be creating today is also a very well balanced into getting fenugreek into your regimen, where sometimes some clients I've heard and people have said that it kind of is hard to wash out fenugreek, that for all hair types it doesn't behave the same way. So in creating this well-balanced fenugreek and Amla recipe, you're going to have really great results. It's gonna just they really complement each other. So putting those together, infusing all these ingredients together will just be a very easy go-to recipe. It's pretty basic, it's not hard to do, this is really simple, and it'll be easy to wash out. So get ready, we're gonna come closer. I want you guys, we're gonna get close and we're gonna get deep in this. You guys are gonna be right up under it. So come on, join me, let's get closer. All right, so here I got my bowl and I'm going to start portioning out the herbs that I want to use. And I will post the full details of the quantities of this recipe in the description below. All right, first things first, let's take some of our fenugreek powder. All right, so this is probably about 50 grams. I think I put a little bit more than 50 grams, but it has a nice light scent. Oh gosh, you know what? I don't know what to compare it to. What do you think it smells like? And for those of you who like using fenugreek, what do you think it smells like? And now I got my Amla powder. I'm gonna add that in there. It's about 50 grams as well. Oh, you can just see how finely sifted it is. It's just so smooth and fluffy. Look at that. And Amla powder to me definitely smells like sweet tamarinds. I love tamarinds. One of the treats I grew up with. This my father's from Guyana. We had, always going to West Indian marketplaces, and just, there was these like sweet little tamarind candies that I used to always love to eat and suck on. So good. All right, so I'm blending this up really well, mixing it so it's all even. And next up is our aloe vera powder. This will add so much moisture to this recipe, and a little goes a long way. For this amount, you probably only need about one, maybe, let's just do 2 teaspoons. That will be plenty. And then mix that in there really well, so everything is well blended. All our DIY recipes are all about baking. Tap into your creativity as a maker as well. It's really soothing to do these DIY recipes, honestly. It's all about self-care and mental health and wellness. There are so many benefits to henna and Ayurvedic healthy hair care. It goes beyond the products. It absolutely does. There is a whole just positive vibe and calming feeling about doing all of these recipes. And you really have to make time for yourself, because the busy world that we live in, all the stresses and all the things going on these days, we really need to center ourselves and do more for ourselves to keep balanced and focused and keep our mind right. So I'm gonna add in my liquid. Just gonna add a little at a time as such and mix at the same time. That's one of the tricks to getting my recipes really creamy and smooth, is that I mix a lot. Try to get it very well blended. Oh, look at all those little bubbles too. Okay, bubbles. Mix it all in there really, really nice. Look at this. Ooh, at the point where it's kind of like thick like this, I would go ahead and add your oil now, because that way you don't want to really add it at the end when it's already kind of the consistency you want it to be. You want it to be a little bit more thick, so that way you can adjust it with more water if you need to. So I want this to be really moisturizing, so I'd say maybe a good 2 tablespoons about. There we go, look at that. All right, one more. Ooh, yes. Ooh, look at it, it's already absorbing so much water. Look at that. I might even need more. This was about, what, 0.5 of a liter? That's a lot, yes. It's a lot. Ooh, there we go. Let's mix it really well. Fenugreek absorbs water really quickly. If any of you have ever made cream of wheat, you almost gotta treat it the same way. You gotta make sure to keep it smooth, keep adding your liquid, and making sure that you get a nice consistency. And I think this recipe is gonna make a lot of extra. Like, this probably will be good enough for shoulder length hair, but you may even have leftovers depending on your hair length, of course, or maybe it'll be enough if you have bra strap length hair. Still pretty thick because it's absorbing a lot of liquid. But if you do have leftovers of this particular recipe and any of your DIY healthy hair care recipes, most of them can be frozen. The only herbs that don't really freeze well is typically like indigo for hair coloring. So let's add some essential oil. It's still pretty thick. I wanted to let it rest a little bit too. I want to see how it's going to absorb some more of the liquid, because I feel it's going to absorb a little bit more liquid. Add a few drops of essential oils, maybe about like 5 drops of each, about 5 to 7. There we go, that should be plenty. Oh wow, oh, rosemary and sweet orange essential oil. Oh, so nice, absolutely love it. Wow, so as you can see, it is just sucking up water like nobody's business. That's fenugreek for you. It really goes a long, long way. I'm noticing when I'm mixing this recipe, and just a tip, that to really scrape at the bottom, I found it was sticking a lot to the bottom. So just keep adding water as needed. Your recipe may grow, but that's okay. The more the merrier, and you can freeze it. I mean, it's really convenient actually to make a batch and then be able to like freeze it. So that way you can use it like later on. All you have to do is like pop it out of the freezer, let it thaw. Probably only take like what, 20-30 minutes, and then you can use it on your hair. You don't want to get, you know, waste out of anything that you're using. And what's great about, you know, healthy Ayurvedic hair care and henna hair coloring is you don't get as much waste. You know, definitely by freezing it and being able to reuse it, it's affordable. Everything actually at Henna Soak is affordable. Like your hair care should be really good quality, but it shouldn't like break your pockets. Like it should be affordable. It definitely, in this day and age, right now, it needs to be affordable. And you have all this free content. You have, you know, the Henna 101 page, which is actually part of our Henna Soak page. If you go to hennasoak.com, you can click on Henna 101. That has all the basic information you'll need on henna hair coloring, starting with Ayurvedic hair care. There's 3 free recipes there. There's also great topics like how much to use for my hair length. There's how to make the henna hair color recipe, how to make it work when your hair is stubborn. So many great articles. Oh, and even one of my favorite that we just put up on the Henna 101 page is a basic beginner's introduction to Ayurvedic healthy hair care and how to start. You see how much the water is absorbed constantly? Look at this. Look at this. Right here. You can see right here. Look, look, look. You can just see how much it's absorbed water. So there's so many ways you can also use fenugreek. People use it in a spritz. People use it to infuse it as an oil. And so it's really a great versatile herb for sure. And as you can see, just look at it. Oh, it's really great. See what it feels like. Let's see. Oh, wow. It's really neat. It's like textured, you know, a little bit, but not in a bad way. Like, again, cream of wheat type texture. Doesn't feel like grainy. It feels like I could feel like little tiny, you know, little tiny balls and whatnot. You know, if I was to recommend, if any of you still feel like it's a little bit hard to, I don't see it being hard to wash out. It should have a lot of slip and come right out, but by any chance, for any reason, it becomes difficult to wash out, you can use our cleansing co-wash. It definitely helps detangle and helps get everything out. And what's great about our co-wash and different about the co-wash that we have is that it's cleansing because of the shikakai, but it's a restorative conditioner that you can use that you guys will really like for sure. So yeah, I like the way it feels. Definitely, it feels really nice. A lot of slip, soft. My skin feels really soft. So what are some of the ways that you like to use fenugreek? What has been successful to you? What got you started? All right, so this is your weekly video on healthy Ayurvedic hair care, henna hair color, and we throw in some gorgeous body art recipes and tutorials here and there. And stay tuned because every week we are dropping new videos. So just subscribe, hit the notifications to be notified of our next video so that way you can stay tuned. And we always have special offers for our YouTube subscribers. And actually, we just got invited to start a membership program for all our fans through YouTube. So excited. And I look forward to seeing you again soon.